Hello and welcome to What's Map for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here. How you doing? Now today's map is to all effects an island map, although it does have a land connection. You can see at the top an umbilical cord. It's actually not the worst map at all. There are a few minor issues with it, but I think you're gonna kinda like it. You may think I've overrated it slightly on aesthetics when we get to the end, but I always, I go with where my heart is. It has to be done, you know. It has to be done. I think this one deserves a little bit more than a standard map of its same sort of genre. And if you wanted to go with your heart and maybe go with your finger, it's your daily reminder. And that's right, hitting the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Right, what have we got today? We've got Island Paradise Vanilla by Devil Mike. Yes, it's a vanilla map, pretty much, as you'll see, and it's more or less an island. And it's by Devil Mike. There's your start square, everything you'd expect. Yes, we've got a little bit of coast, and it is an island map, so you'd expect that. Resources look like this. First time I loaded it, it was greyed out. I found out the cause to that. I'll try and talk about that in a moment. And off to the workshop. There is a brighter vanilla theme available if you want to grab it. We should be using realistic 1.2 LUT because nothing's prescribed, but I forgot to change it from the last episode, so we're still on relight average. Sorry. I'm sure you don't really care. So anyway, what have we got? We have a land bridge. Look at the old vista in the background, the hills. They look great. What have we got? We've got this land connection that connects up to what is effectively an island. I like the fact that the land connection isn't just a narrow thin strip. It is kind of like, it does have a realistic feel to it. A little bit of drift going on with the roads, but they do go either side of the pillars, so that's quite good. The bridge is a bit low, possibly not donut proof. I'm fairly sure they're not donut proof. Also, I would definitely say it's not street light proof. We haven't had a decent street light clipping for a while, and that is a decent street light clipping. Not a good thing. Just it's sometimes nice to come across one of the old favourites, isn't it? Now this intersection, if you wanted to go anywhere but right, you don't have a choice. Like here, you can go off to the edge of the map and inland, and this way you can go. Well, hang on. So this, if you're coming in anyway, you have to turn right. So I think we ought to just turn right, yeah? I think we should, because this is the only way we can go. Yes, there is a misconnection there, obviously. Well, we're going to go around the edge of the island here. It's aesthetically, it's okay, and a good mix of trees, given that it's just vanilla. There's nowhere really to build around here. You've got a few slim areas that you can possibly build a small community, like down here, put in a little community down here. So I mean, guess there is room to work around here. There's kind of a reason for this highway to exist. Possibly a national road might have been better, given there's not going to be a huge amount of traffic. Well, apart from the fact that all the traffic's got to come this way because of missing connection, there's not going to be a huge amount of traffic that needs to come this way, is there really? Then we're into the little valley, and this is where all the build's going to be happening. We've got this intersection here. Look at it, there's your valley. I'll show you the valley. This intersection is quite big, probably bigger than it needs to be, but it's still nicely plopped, and it is plopped. Slightly steep on the down ramps there, but not so bad. And does it need to be a highway connection running across? Possibly not. I would have downgraded that one. This one here with a vanilla-ish wishbone. It's vanilla. It looks vanilla. It does look plopped anyway. Possibly again, donut proofing might be an issue there. It might just be high enough. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it be. I'm going to believe that one. Next intersection over here, we've got some things going on here, okay? Not just here, but next one. This one here is, once again, we've got highways running across the top. Might be a bit overkill. Once again, we are vanilla, so that's the only option I would suggest. We've got room to build into there, but not an awful large amount of room there for a highway connection. Got some jinky-janky and bowing on the road there as well. And no down ramp, no down connection, which is weird. Then we've got this intersection here, which is right beside it. So perhaps we could connect the two intersections up. See that? So yeah, you could peel off on the right-hand connection and drive across to the left connection there. And yeah, you see what I mean? This the missing connection is probably because we've got the two so close together. If we follow this road down, now this is a road, well, partly a road to nowhere. Hang on, down here we're coming towards the start. Now this is an intersection. This is tough. This is an intersection built on a hill, and getting these to work is hard. I mean, and look realistic. It's actually quite well done. The heights on all the slopes are good. It just kind of, oh, we've got a little bit of streetlight clipping there, yeah, clearly, but considering that was built on a hill, that's actually, I've got some jinky janky and bowing there as well. Considering it's built on a hill, that's actually a really good effort for an intersection. So anyway, this particular highway is, unlike the first one, kind of a waste. I'm going to be honest with you. There's not really any room to build around here at all. I mean, you could do a small mountain community, but it's apart from down here. But then you could just have just a short little road that goes down into that little valley. The rest of it just loops around for no reason, which is really very odd indeed. If we carry on down with this one, and then we'll hit the next intersection, you'll notice there's no left connection. We're coming down here, we have to go right. What if... Okay, right, well, we'll go right. So now we're heading down this way. Heading down towards that first start connection. And there is no left connection again, which means we've got to go straight on again. And off the edge of the map. So that basically means that once you get to this intersection and move on from this intersection, off from the start square, so you take a right here by accident, you're off the island. And you've got to drive the long way to get there. That is really odd. Very, very odd indeed. Anyway, here's your start square intersection. This is the one that was all we're building up to. Again, a bit of bowing and a bit of jinky janky going on in there, but it's a good location, I reckon, for an intersection for the start square. Oh look, who built this thing? When did that appear? Oh, it's Deutsche Bank Place, Sydney, Australia, by Robert #Robert or Robbie Rob. Nice building. It's got some like bits that you can actually wander into as well, like this. I like being able to go into buildings. They're great. Okay, factoids because factoids. When a Japanese gang leader was hacked to death in 1978, his assailants had to find a way to hide his fingerprints. They chopped off his hands and boiled them to make soup, which they then sold at a roadside stall. Oh, I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere. I'm sure that it wasn't very funny at the time, though. The guy, though, at least he had a hand in the recipe. Oh, stop it, BonBonB. Deutsche Bank Place, Sydney, Australia, by Robbie, BonBonB. Today's asset of the day. I like that. It's a good one. Okay, let's head back to the rail. We've not done the rail yet. Now, we've got quite a few trees just hanging on to the catenaries, shorting things out, electrifying the plants. Poor plants. Oh, poor little plants. The rail's not bad. You can't go too far wrong with the rail. And we've got, look at this lovely tapering bridge here. Just avoiding clipping here. Maybe just that one's just touching the wire. Maybe. Possibly. As it rocks to and fro. Might be just clipping it. This bridge we know is a little bit low. We've got the street light clipping onto it. Tree there trying to encroach. But yeah, we've got the street light clipping through it there. But it's a nice gently sloped bridge, which shows that they've got some good general skills. They understand slopes of railway bridges, and oh my good god, what a monstrosity this is. They completely forgot the rules, didn't they? They completely forgot the rules when they built that one. Just taper it up. You do it on one, you do it on the other. There's some incline going on here, but it's fine within the concept of the game. We can allow for that. And then along here, again, it's gently tapered up. It's beautifully tapered down and gently tapered back into the ground. Excellent. They know how to build a perfect railway bridge. I'm so pleased we found someone who understands how to build a perfect railway bridge. And then down there, oh, we've got another monstrosity. What is going on? And who hasn't demolished that building? BonBonB, get on. Oh, this one's even worse. Look at this. God, anyway. And then this leads down to the start square, which is good to see. A rail just right there, just accessible, lovely.
Have you ever wondered why the traffic AI is so bad in this game? Why do all those cars all want to use the same lane? Then you need BonBonB's Guide to Traffic AI. Click the information button now.
And we're back to Island Paradise Vanilla by Devil Mike. Shipping routes. We have a shipping route that goes all the way around the outside of the island. There are 1-2 places it gets a little close, not too close, but a little close, not game-breakingly close. The separate shipping route takes over here. Yeah, not game-breakingly close, but ideally it'd be a little bit, I mean there's a bit more room to go off into the fog to just drift away from the island right there. But it's not really a huge problem, and it's in the fog. You're probably not even going to see it unless you switch the fog off. It does hug the coast around here and there. It's kind of sponsored by Vileda, you know, the shipping route that goes into all the nooks and crannies, like up here. There you go, and around there. It's not a right angle turn. I can deal with that, I guess. Well, even so, I don't think it needed to go quite so deep in there. Water flow. We've got water pushing in from the edge of map. It's an edge of map water flow kind of island. And you'll notice all the water is pushing right up to the coastline here and from here. And this is the start square, by the way. This is the start square. It's all pushing in to the start square. You may have water problems, possibly, with sewage that can't escape. Maybe. Okay, let's have one little look. So the terrain. The terrain I'm buying. I'm loving the first of all, at the top of this mountain here, you've got the thin foliage, the smaller foliage. As you go down the side, you get the bigger, bushier, and then the tall stuff right at the bottom. That's a lot of thought and effort has gone into tree placement there. Loving the fact that generally on the cliff edges there's not so much in the way of foliage, but there is into the gullies and the ravines. Again, nice thoughts going into the detailing get there as well. Top of this mountain we've got some bigger trees, whereas that first mountain was very fine and filtered. And then here we're going again to the lesser foliage on this one. Mountain could be like slightly more refined, but it's still not bad at all. We've only really got one proper beach on the island. Not that that's necessarily a problem. It's this one. And for a vanilla beach, it's not bad at all. We've got a little bit of definition to the island here as well. I like that they've got this ridge running along here. So you've got the main flat build plane there, and then we've got a tapered area here. And then, I mean, the beach just like drops away like a proper beach should. I'm liking that. I think, again, a lot of thought has gone into actually making that work. And it does. What's going on here? We've got a little bit of underwater glitching there. Probably the smoothing tools just being missed there. It's a shame, but it's not a big problem. It's no problem at all, really, is it? So, yes, that's about it. What do you think? No, it's more of an industrial area here. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. And Friday this week will be the Viewer's Choice Top 10 for January. Wonder who will have won. Ooh, it was a close one this month. It was a very, very close one this month. Any one of a handful could have won it. So anyway. Aesthetically, I generally quite like this one. It's a vanilla map, okay. You're always going to struggle to get 5 stars for vanilla. I really like this though. I can't give it the 5th star because there is more that could have been done to refine it, but I still like it enough to give it 4. Detailing. Across the whole, I mean the trees, tree placement and all that sort of stuff is really good. But there's a lot holding it back as well. We've got street light clipping and the rail that just can't make up his mind if it's going to be tapered or just jutted. I'm giving it 3 stars for detail. For gameplay potential, very hard to shout on this one. I'm going right down the middle again with a 3 star. It could be water issues, and we've got highways that don't make an awful lot of sense and missing connections and stuff. I think 3 stars is probably a fair score in the end. So Island Paradise Vanilla by Devil Mike, that is not too bad. Just needs like fixing a little bit, just a little bit, and it's a solid map. Well, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking and for subscribing, and to all these guys on Patreon who've supported me. There's a couple more names that are going to be added in a day or so that their names got like, well, held back by Patreon. It's not fair. Why am I not on the list? Actually, to be fair, you haven't complained. I've just got to put you on there. Right, I'll see you tomorrow for another Map in the What's Map series. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. I've been BonBonB, and you've been, you know it, very, very whatever.